Alright, we are on the draw for round one here. My opponent's mulliganed. I'm going to keep this. If I fail to draw a third land, yeah, the hand does nothing. Whatever. I'm 2 pieces to Tron, and even if I just draw a Grotto, I have Moment's Peace to cast. And if I do draw 2 lands in the top 4 cards or so, I believe this hand is actually good. And against the mulligan, I can't really justify mulliganing this. If this was 2 towers, I would probably mulligan it. But being 1 piece away from Tron, and actually hitting Tron here, makes this hand have some very high highs. Yeah, if I don't hit a third land and I have to crack the map, I'm going to be unhappy, but whatever. I have 2 more draws to find a land. And almost any land means my hand can develop naturally. Let's see what they get. Come on, Forest. We're looking for Forest off of this. Alright. Let's see what they're on. That was a good draw. I'm just going to play that now. If I draw Oracle next, I'm going to want to play that, I believe. Yeah, if I drew a card draw spell, well, not Muldrifter now. If I draw in a Compulsive Research or Oracle here, I would rather cast that. If I draw another Flicker, I'm not going to cast anything, so... Basically, playing the gain land is much better, unless I draw specifically Prismatic Prism, or Prophetic Prism, and it resolves. They didn't do that last time? Huh. I might own my opponent here. They're going to try to Ninja here and keep up a counter, but then I'm going to use a Moment's Peace, and they have to decide whether they're going to counter or let it resolve. Just going to go ahead and do it now. Don't want them to have Unified Will or something weird. Alright, just going to go ahead and complete Tron here. Go ahead and get a mine, cast a mine, pass the turn. End of turn Sprite. Alright. Alright. Sprite. Which means they have another Sprite. Oh. They're just gonna run Ninja out? That's bizarre. They're really hoping I have nothing in hand. Unfortunately for me, I have nothing in hand. I could just run out Wall as a blocker. It seems pretty bad. I'm just gonna play another land. I've drawn a lot of Tron lands. I'll just say go. I'll do this in a turn. I could Teachings in response in case they have no counterspell in hand and draw into one and also counter this Teachings, but I don't think that's very necessary. What are we even Teachings for? Another Moment's Peace, I guess. Depending on what they play. If they play a Fairy Miscreant, I'm not going to get a Moment's Peace. I'm looking for another colored mana source, I suppose. Yeah, I can't get a Moment's Peace here. Let's get Teachings for something. Prohibit, I guess. And then if I draw a Grotto, I can go Dignitary, counter their counterspell. That was well planned. Actually gonna flip one. Because I'm just gonna prohibit. And if this resolves... Actually, I guess I'm just gonna jam a wall, right? And let it get countered. I want to drain actual counter spells from their hand. And if they don't have an actual counter spell, I get my teachings back. Alright. I believe I win this game now. like my opponent has a Sprite in hand, so they need to have Scred here, yeah. They need another Scred for the Dignitary, otherwise I'm going to be having Flicker next turn. And I get the teachings for Pulse at some point, and Pulse back my wall. So they have one card in hand, and it needs to be Scred, and they need to draw something else, I believe. And I need to miss. Because if I draw another colored Manosaurus, I suppose that counts. So if they have the Scred and I flicker, I guess I can flicker again. Ooh. Ooh, wait. This is much better. I'm just going to flicker here. Like that. And I get an extra color Manosaurus. I can't prohibit a Scred because they have the Sprite. And they can't have double Sprite. Yeah, well, if they have double Sprite, it doesn't work because I can counter the second Sprite. And I don't think they can have triple Sprite, otherwise, well, I wouldn't be resolving anything here. Okay. There's a chance I should have Teachings and Pulsed immediately. Instead, I'm just going to Teachings. For Teachings and cast Teachings. Kind of want to just get Pulse and cast Pulse here. Which means I should have done this upkeep. There's no reason to give my opponent a chance to draw another Sprite. Or another, an actual counterspell, I suppose. Or a Dispel or something like that. Alright, Sprite. That's fine. There's a chance I let my opponent draw into that. This lets me Teachings plus Prohibit. They counter here, I'll just Prohibit. Pass. My opponent can't attack, so they can't ninja back any of their sprites. Yeah, I don't think it's worth Teachingsing here. Because my opponent has to have a very strange hand to not have used a counterspell by now. Gush? That was a good top deck if this is Gush. They would have Gush last turn for sure. I'm actually just going to Dispel this. What? Well, I guess I'm not going to Dispel this, am I? Alright, Prohibit's down, but they only have one more Sprite left in their library, so I'm just going to get Capsize. Next turn I can Teachings for Moment's Peace, but my opponent bricks here, I get to Capsize and try to lock him that way. They did not brick. They did not brick at all. Unfortunately for them, I also top decked. So, you know, it's a game of back and forths here. Chunk. Oh man. All right, don't reveal another gush, I suppose. Scred is also pretty bad for me, but I could deal with it. Assuming I can draw a spell. How about the spell? And by that I mean dispel. Which spell is this? Oh, actually, I should probably get... Can I crop rotate into Fingraph, get back? If I get back wall, I win, just outright. I can take Dispel, then I die. Well, I'm in a bad shape once I Dispel their Scred and they draw a counterspell or the last Sprite. But I think I'm willing to gamble on grabbing a Fingraph and going wild. Like, this gives me a 50% chance of just winning the game, like right now. Cool. So, I play Dignitary. I don't think they can have a counterspell. Given they drew Scred. If they've been sandbagging another Gush and they Gush into it, cool, but... So, now I get to Mnemonic Wall. Back... Flicker. I don't think they can use their Scred yet. And they get to use Capsize to deny them... Oh, that's a good draw. To deny them their Scred. Alright, that's a good sequence. Miscreate into Augur into Miss. Okay, that was a very good sequence for my opponent. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to lose now. That's not great. That's actually really unfortunate. No green spells I care about. Okay. Both me and my opponent are top decking very, very well. I'm going to run out Mnemonic Wall. They're going to counter it. I'm going to run out Dignitary, stop their combat, and then I'm going to hope that they brick. Because they need to draw actual counterspell next turn, otherwise they're going to... I guess they can draw Sprite. They need to draw counterspell or Sprite next turn, or they're dead. Because I get to wall back Pulse, Pulse back wall back Flicker, and then combo off. And then I still have this Capsize plus Dignitary Semi-Lock. I'm going to Prism. I need colored mana anyway. Alright. I hope they didn't top deck. If they missed, I win. If they hit, game continues. Yeah, I have good enough Capsize and replay. Alright, let's get Pulse. Let's hope they don't have their last Sprite. Notably, a removal spell does not work anymore. Their Force Grid does not count, because now I can just block the ninjas, take a big hit, and then combo off the turn after. Oh, Actually, a ninja's bad for me here, because I can't cast my, Oh no, because I'm going to have Capsize up next turn. Alright, we'll get Flicker. And we'll get Cove into play. Okay. So if I don't play the... Oh, I didn't use... Never mind. Never mind. I had a Prism in play, right? Alright, it's my first game. I don't... I would like to see if I use that, tap that Prism, but I don't think I did, which means I can just flicker right there and the game's over. Anyway... If I could not cast anything there, I can pass, block their ninjas, take 9, and then if they have a ninja, they get back their sprite, but they would also need to draw another counter, because otherwise they counter the flicker, and then I can capsize and replay a wall. Don't need the capsize right now. Never did figure out what the sideboard in and out. I think I was doing something like that on the play. But I wanted another dignitary on the draw. Just for comeback potential. Let's cut and Fingraph. Yeah, I'm keeping Impulse. I think that's about right. I wish you could mark like the sleeve of this card to figure out if it's the third one or not. Like if I could, when I draw it in game, I could just have like a little tiny mark on it to know this could be a Fingraph, or this could be a Capsize, or it could be a Dignitary. My opponent mulligans I'm keeping. They kept 7. This is probably not going to be good enough. If I draw any land in the top 2, I get to map for a bounce land and have a bunch of land drops with a cop blue. But this hand is also pretty sketch otherwise. This hand's very good if I draw a land in the top 2, I suppose. This hand's okay. We've got the gut shot when I got a land. Nice. Oh, I've gut shot. Duh. No one drop. I gotta say, when my Delver opponents don't have any cantrips and have no 1-drops on turn 1, it's much harder for them to win. Like, if they're planning on Auguring... What the... Oh. I was like, how did I draw a Brainstorm? Alright. See if they have the Ash Barons go with this. If they Augur on turn 2, hand's probably good for them. If they're planning on end of turn spriting or play a 1-drop on turn 2, probably not great. Alright, Delver. I guess I don't want to get dazed, but I don't know. I have to gut shot here. I can't wait for them to try to flip it. So, if they have Dispel, they get to use their mana. If they have an Annul here, it's not good for me, given I was on the mulligan. Alright, any land I get to play a Research. Grotto, I get to kill their next threat. I guess they brainstormed into that. Because they drew both cards. They redrew both cards off the brainstorm. Alright. Just gonna jam. If they want to use actual counterspell on this Research, sure. If they don't, cool. I can discard Grotto and try to get lucky drawing down the land. I can discard Double Teachings. I can discard Flicker and Teachings. Yeah, let's discard Flicker and Teachings. If they sprite into Ninja here and then play another land and counter my spell, it's going to be unfortunate, but they didn't have the sprite, which means they have no threats. Unless they're insane and they're trying to play a threat with counterspell up. Like if they play an augur here, maybe they're trying to leave counterspell up for some reason. But if they had counterspell, they should absolutely be countering that research. Alright. If they have a null here, that sucks. If they have Dispel here, that's even worse. Because if they Sprite plus Dispel, I'm going to be in dire straits. Well, no. They don't have too much of a clock, I suppose. Alright. We got Tron. Next turn, I can get Tron, play a Dignitary. If my opponent has a Ninja here, they can start rebuilding. If they have Ninja plus Counterspell, I suppose they can get stuff done. That is the worst gush I've ever seen. Why would they not do it during their turn? They just get 2 free mana. Alright, blind flip. Not bad. Oh, they were gushing to try to blind flip Delver, obviously. Oh, man. Obviously, they're not trying to blind flip Delver by gushing. Oh, man. I laugh sometimes. Maybe their ponder was Gush, Ash Barrens, so they had to gush and then shuffle. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Oh, they're keeping up Pyroblast for sure. I'm gonna do my best not to cast a blue spell. Ooh, that was a really good draw, because now I get to go get tower, play Dignitary, play Prism. There's nothing I would cast over the Dignitary. I'm just gonna get a Dignitary into play as soon as I can. So I'm gonna play it first and then play a Prism so I don't get dazed. I don't want to get the Dignitary dazed. Prism gets dazed is not great for me, but it's not like a complete disaster. Alright, what do you got? Notably, I don't have any Moments pieces in my library, so I'm going to have to just kill this Delver or find a cop blue. Though, if I do find a Circle of Protection blue next turn, I'm just going to win the game, because they don't have a way to counter it. No, they can't Pyroblast it, so... If I miss next draw, things are going to get pretty awkward, though. Like, if I just draw another Tron land, I think I just have to play this plant to say go. Which is not great. End of turn gush. Oh, yeah, this sucks. I can't even flashback and cast another teachings without playing this plant, which means I just have to play the plant and say go. If my opponent end of turn spreads, I have a very good response to them, but there's an option to flashback teachings, get a Pyroblast, and just kill the stupid Delver. And I think that's just too weak. The Delver by itself isn't going to kill me. And I think burning a spell on it is just too difficult to win past. Though, I do get to flashback teachings. If they want to counter it, cool. If they don't, I get to cast another teachings. Yes. Yes. Alright. And I'll cast another teachings. And they can't counter this one, otherwise... Well... They can dispel it. But using actual capital C counterspell on this is really bad. Because, like... They might as well just make me get a Pyroblast and then use the mana to counter their spell. They have the dispel? Oh, they're gushing. Opponent's not in good shape. Yeah, okay, if I draw any spell, I'm going to win the game. Did not. which is unfortunate, but overcomeable. I don't have anything to pulse. Alright, I'll just flicker. Draw a card and stop a bunch of damage. Not a bad spot to be in. Do you have Vapor Snack or something? Oh, alright. Oh man. There wasn't a way for me to get an extra mana this turn, right? Ugh. Brutal. That sucks. I need to draw a bait spell next turn. I need to draw Serrated Arrows next turn, because if I do that, then they are forced to use their counterspell, and I can sneak in this the Circle of Protection blue. Well, at least they only get hit for 3 this turn. Unless they go land Scred. If they go land Scred Ninja, that would be bad for me, but... Actually, if they go land Scred Ninja now, that's good for me, because they're really tapped out. I'll slam this Cop Blue and I'll win the game. Oh, they can't attack. That was the whole purpose of my whole entire plan. They couldn't attack. Silly me. Anyway, they don't know the top card of their library. Let's see if they can hit this off this Delver. If they hit off the Delver, yeah, I'm forced to play into this Annul. Wow, that's unfortunate. Alright. Alright, if I draw another blank, I'm gonna die. But that's what you have to do if you keep a 1-lander on the mulligan. I can't just use the Circle of Protection as bait because well, they will just annul it. So, yep, they have another actual counterspell. I can't just jam this circle. It'll just get annulled. So, I have to pass. Dead to Lightning Bolt. Oh well. Suppose I could have discarded that Grotto instead of the Flicker plus Teachings way back when. Ninjaing? So they just drew the Ninja. That's weird. Alright. If they've sighted out Lightning Bolts and I draw here, I can win the game. Damn. Draw. Serrated Arrows. Jam it. Cool. Cop Blue? They need actual counterspell or an annul. Also, I'm dead to a Lightning Bolt. Sight out the Lightning Bolts? Okay. Oh, God. Oh, man. Please don't reveal a Lightning Bolt here. If they already had a Lightning Bolt in your hand, that'd be that'd feel... I should probably just have a copy and paste. So, do you think my opponent cited out their Lightning Bolts with this comment? I heavily suspect that they cited out their Lightning Bolts. I could explain that they didn't need to counter the arrows given they had several lethal threats. They could have let arrows resolve and then I would be stone dead. They could have kept in a bolt. I don't know, bolt sucks unless you're locked by Circle of Protection. Holy crap, it feels good to win that game. All right, we're 1-0, 2-0, 2-0, 1-0, whatever. There are 70 players, so 7 rounds. I'm going to need to win 5 of the next 6 to guarantee my top 8 spot. If I win 4 in a row, and then my opponents don't lose horribly, I should be in. Some number of 5-2s will get in. But I would much rather just go X1 or X0 and then get into the top 8 and win out from there. So we will see if I can get any close wins like that, or if I'm going to get owned and owned and owned and get saltier and saltier as the day goes on. We will see.